Howdy partner. So you want to learn how to make smoked barbecue ribs on a Pit Boss portable tabletop pellet grill? Well, you're in luck. We're going to show you today. Today, we're going to walk you through how to make some delicious smoked ribs on this Pit Boss portable tabletop pellet grill. We have our ribs right here that we'll show you in just a second, but we've got several different videos featuring the Pit Boss tabletop pellet grill. If you go to the bottom right hand corner, hit the subscribe button, you can check out an honest review of it, as well as how to make chicken wings and desserts and, you know, brisket and everything else. So pulled pork. So go ahead and hit that subscribe. Also likes, comments, any questions you got, put in the comment box. I'll get back to you as soon as I can. So today we're using our Pit Boss, which is an electric pellet grill. The way it works is basically, you want to circle around here. There's only really three components to this. There's going to be a computer board down here, and then inside you've got this little holder here where the pellets come in. There's an auger that spins, and then that thing right there is a heating element that catches those pellets on fire. So depending on what you set it for, it slowly turns and pulls out those pellets that sit in this hopper. So this hopper here filled up will run 12 hours in this little grill. It does a really great job, and this is deceivingly large. So you have this grate that goes over the top. What we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and set this here. And then if you want to get a direct sear, you leave that open, like if you're making a cheeseburger or something on high. Otherwise, you can cover it and the smoke will still come out. And then you have these grates that you can put here as well, the top and the bottom grate. I don't know if we're going to use the top grate. So we're going to set this for the ribs at 225, and we're going to let it heat up. If you wanted to just get it going on the smoke setting, you could just turn on smoke and that'll get it going. Kind of tell you how these ribs are going to be made today is basically, we've got some spare ribs, some baby back ribs. We just rub them down with a generic pork rib seasoning. We do have a meat probe that can plug in and can tell you exactly what temperature is. You're not going to need the meat probe today. Ribs are really not that hard to make. If you want to just put them at 225 and throw them on and check them in 5 hours or something, you'll probably be fine. We're going to cook them all for the same amount of time, even though these are going to cook faster than these. I'm not a professional barbecuer, it's in the competition, it's all going to be delicious. So what we're going to do is we're going to cook this at 225 for about 3 hours. In 3 hours after being at 225, we're going to come on out, we're going to wrap them in foil. We'll show you how to do that. We're going to go ahead and mop them up with, you know, a little bit of barbecue mixture, keep them nice and steamy in that foil. Do it for another 2 hours, then we're going to take them out and finish them on the grill for probably a little less than an hour. The way you know when the Pit Boss is heated up, right now it's 80 degrees inside. The way you know is it starts to smoke. And as soon as it starts to smoke, that means that it's ready to put your meat on. You can put it on now and just let it cook, but you want to get that nice spark, which means it needs that smoke to start. So we're going to pause for just a minute, and then as the smoke starts to come out, I can start to smell it. We'll show you what that looks like, and we'll throw these on. All right, so it's starting to smoke. It's still not quite a temperature, but that's okay because it's not going to spike. This thing maintains a good temperature of about 15 degrees from what you're aiming for. I also should have noted there's a little drip tray on this side as a spout, so all the fat will come out. We'll kind of get into this drip tray, which keeps it nice and clean. When we're done cooking, I always turn it to high, kind of burn it off and keep it nice and dry. So you see, you got the smoke coming from those pellets that are starting to burn. They're not catching fire or cook, whatever you call it. Pellets are burning. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and put it bone side down. It's really personal preference on how you want to do that. So we got that spare ribs there. We're going to go ahead and put this, you know what I'm actually going to do? Put that there, baby backs there, another one here. And we got plenty of room with everything on here. This is a good amount of ribs. Again, if you do this rack on top, you can go ahead and put another set on top. You just got to kind of trim it to fit. So close it up, let it heat up, cook it for 3 hours there, then we'll check on back with you. Stay tuned. Well, we are 3 hours in, and we've got a nice bark that's built up on these ribs. Bones are starting to show. So now what we're going to do is we're going to take them out, and we're going to go ahead and mop them with this barbecue mop sauce mixture. What I like to do for this is just kind of some barbecue sauce, a couple tablespoons of apple cider vinegar, and then some water just to make it a little thinner. And I just want to keep these nice and moist. You can use actual barbecue mop or a brush or just pour it on or whatever. So what we're going to do is we're going to cover all of these. We'll cover those two smaller ones as well. And then once we do that, we'll give it a little bit extra. Ooh, like it like that. Okay, so now we're gonna fold it over. We wanna seal this up, but it doesn't need to be super tight. We're gonna return this to the grill for about another 2 hours. After that, we'll unwrap it, we'll put it on, and put some fresh barbecue sauce and finish them off. So stay tuned, 2 hours, we'll take them out of there. Well, we've been 2 hours, so now we're gonna go ahead and unwrap them from the foil. And once we unwrap the ribs from the foil, we'll slap it on with some fresh barbecue sauce and let it finish off on the grill. Got a nice smoky flavor. I can tell that they're nice and flexible at this point. That by wrapping it in foil, it helps it to steam a little bit. I'm wearing these protective gloves, but you can see that the bones are sticking out. I can tell it's tenderizing, and they probably have just a little bit more time to go. Yeah, just a little more time. So we're gonna slap it here, bone side down, and then what we're gonna do is brush it with, this is just plain normal barbecue sauce, not our mop mixture that we used earlier. So we're gonna put that on, and I can't wait to check this out. Probably no more than 1 hour, but we'll check this in about 30 minutes and see how it's doing. Stay tuned, I can't wait to try this. Well, we went for about another hour, and everything is looking just delicious. We'll go ahead and take these ribs off now and see how they're gonna be. Now, these other ones in the back are also gonna be really good, I think. Before we cut into it, I know a lot of people ask about the hopper and how much pellets it uses. Now, this is about 6 hours, and it ate maybe an inch of pellets, still a ton left, but it's pretty hot out here today. It's about 90 degrees or so probably 97. So if it's cooler, it'll burn a few more pellets. So slicing through this rib, you can see we have a very nice smoke ring there, and then it is super juicy. It's super hot, but that is going to be a great dinner. All right, I would taste test it, but it's really hot. So thanks for tuning in to Mr. Greg's How To. Be sure to subscribe for more great Pit Boss tabletop pellet grill videos and other miscellaneous home DIY tips and tricks. And remember, with all these videos, if I can do it, you can too. Thanks for watching.